Yo, Ollie P, bike check, 2016, December, bam! So I got this specialized demo 2016 aluminium version, just here, which is a bit of a beauty. A little bit heavier than the carbon. I haven't been able to find anywhere the actual weight of the carbon bike. But yeah, this is coming in a little bit on the heavy side, but it's a downhill bike, so it's all good. So just running through what I've got on here. I've got Renthal handlebars with the Renthal BMX grip, Kevlar grip, my favourite grip for my baby hands. So they're a little bit skinnier, and they glue directly on to the handlebar. So you got to make sure you get everything right before you actually get them on, because they glue on. And once they're glued, it's really hard to get them off. Saint brakes. These are off the old bike. Flawless, powerful. They're pretty much on or off. It's sort of hard to modulate them and get it to just scrub some speed off. But once you're used to them, yeah, amazing. Love them. Now I got the brand new Boxer World Cups air fork, a little bit more simple than a lot of the more advanced forks. So we just got compression adjust there. As I said, it's an air fork, and then you've got the rebound adjust at the bottom. Pretty light, one of the lightest forks out there for this type of bike. Amazing. Really loving that fork. I thought I was gonna dislike it after being on a sprung fork for a long time, but yeah, it's pretty sweet, and actually probably better than the Öhlins. Getting on better with it than the Öhlins shock on the back, which maybe I need to give some more time, but I'm thinking of shedding that and getting a air shock for the back. It's basically half the weight, so you can get down to like 300 grams, and the Öhlins shock with a spring is probably like 700 or 800 grams. Anyway, onto the wheels. So Hope, keep it British. Hope hubs, Hope Pro 3 Evo, I think it is. With Mavic EX729. So going a little bit wider on the rim, but yeah, pretty awesome wheels. Not super light, but again, I didn't want to fork out like hundreds of pounds for carbon rims. Maybe later at some point, but yeah. We got carbon cranks, XO cranks. Just sort of, there isn't really anything else I consider right now. Pretty awesome. Shimano Z derailleur, with and that's 10 speed, but I'm running 7. So I've got a tie springs, what's it called? Tie spring spacer in there to reduce it down to a 7-speed cassette, just because I'm so rad. No, basically don't need anything that sort of easy on a downhill bike, so just shedding a little bit of weight there, but yeah, just slightly simpler as well, more simple. I've got the DMR Volt pedals. All of these pins were bent, and I've sort of tried to get some new pins in there, but yeah, some of them are just completely stuck. Like this one here, it's impossible to get out. Another couple of awesome bits are the Thompson seat post, super light, and the Thompson stem. I just thought this was, for the weight, one of the best looking stems out there. I think it was about £90 for the stem, but yeah, it's sort of really good looking stem. Uh, Performance wise, yeah, don't know, it's a little bit lighter. Uh, on the saddle, I've got the Nuke Proof. I just thought the colours went with the rest of the frame. Beautiful. It's like it was made for the bike. Um, so yeah, the last thing is, well, other than the chain guide, which is just an old LG1. We've got the Olin shock. Obviously, the part of the bike that's missing that makes this bike so unique. Um, the Olin shock. What can I say about the Olin shock? It's okay so far. I think I need to give it some more time to get used to it. I've only had really one ride on this bike, and I'd say, yeah, I still haven't got it quite set up right. It's not overly complicated in terms of setup. I think the Fox shocks are a little bit more complicated to set up. And it's supposed to be amazing, so I need to give it a chance. But it's also like this bike is coming in really heavy, so I want to try and get it down to, yeah, a couple, like it'd probably be 500 grams I'd shed if I swapped it for an air shock, and then it might marry up a little bit better with the air fork on the front. So on the bike overall, all the components, top end components, it rides pretty well. Coming from a 26-inch Commencal Supreme to a 26-inch wheel Supreme to a 27.5-inch XL bike, extra large. It's extra long. Sorry. It's a big difference. The bike is a lot more. It feels more sluggish, although I'm sure I'm going a lot faster on the open sections. And another thing that I noticed is that I like hanging off the back of the bike, but when you're hanging right off the back of the bike, and the back wheel comes up, you can get whacked pretty hard in the butt, or even worse in the balls, with the back wheel. I think that's partially just that the wheels are a decent amount bigger, and it travels up high. It's just a way bigger bike. So I'm just getting used to that now, really. But I'm pretty sure when it gets to bigger trails, Whistler, anything in the mountains in the Alps, then this bike is going to be like a lot faster than I would have been on the Supreme. But just taking it to Black Mountain Cycle Centre, where there's loads of jumps and twists and stuff, I felt like it was a little bit slower. That's not to say I'm disappointed with the bike. I just need to get used to it. And yeah. Oh, one last thing. The Magic Mary tyres. So it's the first time I've moved away from Maxxis. Used to using Maxxis out there as on the 26-inch bikes, Maxxis Minion, and the other one, High Roller. That's it. But these Magic Marys, I don't know if I can entirely put it down to the tyres, but they're amazing. It might just be the wheels are slightly bigger as well, but they just grip on everything. They're so reliable. Absolutely love them. Highly recommended, and I think that's why they're getting really, really popular right now. Sort of more popular than the Maxxis wheels. Tyres. Anyway, I've got to check out, but definitely an awesome bike. I'll probably try and post some videos of it in action, and an update on how I feel about it after the next 6 months. Ciao!